Doesn't work.
It's not working?
No, I don't know how to turn it on.
There
Anyway.
should be a button to push right on top.
No, it doesn't work. I tried it this morning.
Oh, why didn't you charge it? Tell me.
Okay. I guess being crippled is all a perception.
Nice talk.
So it is. Yeah, I made the effort to get up here. I'm staying up here longer. Anyway, it's interesting to me where we find spiritual messages and inspiration for spiritual thought. Susan and I, a week or so ago, were watching one of my favorite movies, City Slickers. The original City Slickers, not two, but the original City Slickers. And it's basically a story about a middle-aged guy, actually a really young guy, 49, 50 years old, who is kind of lost and wondering what the purpose of life is, and just feels disconnected from everything. And so he and his buddies decide they're going to go out and they're going to be cowboys, and they're going to bring a herd of cattle from Colorado to Utah or something like that. And when he's out on the range after a few days, he's having a conversation with the kind of grizzled old cowboy played by Jack Palance. And Jack Palance says, "You city slickers always come out here and figure in a week you're going to find the meaning of life, the purpose of life." And Jack Palance says, "I know the answer. It's just one thing." And Mitch says, "Well, what's that one thing?" And Jack Palance says, "Each of us has got our own one thing, and you need to search that." And it made me recall Bob's talk from last week about being a fierce warrior. And so I was thinking, oh, we need to be fierce warriors in pursuit of that one thing. And Science of Mind teaches us that part of our purpose in life is to recognize our connection to Source, and that I am never separated from Spirit. I am the energy of God. Where I am, God is. And that I'm an individual, a creative individual, an individual expression of Source, and a single drop made of the very same elements, a single drop in this vast ocean of creative energy. I'm never disconnected from Source. How can I possibly be disconnected from something that I am? There is no father, mother, and child relationship. We are all that Source. Now, I admit that there's times that I don't acknowledge this connection, and from time to time, it's something that's the furthest thing from my mind. But I realize it's very much like breathing. We are constantly breathing, 24/7. Every minute of our life we're breathing, and we rarely take the time to acknowledge the fact that we are breathing. And I think that in many ways our awareness of our spiritual connection is the same thing. When I can quiet my mind, it nurtures that connection with Spirit. I begin to see the world in a new perspective, and it's beyond a single human existence, and I realize the creative power that I have in the universe. I realize, for instance, that prosperity is not simply the accumulation of stuff, bigger, brighter, faster, shinier. It's a state of mind. In our trips to Haiti, it reminds me that in terms of material wealth, we are all more prosperous than 90% of the entire world. I lose this awareness from time to time and appreciate the fact that our friends in Haiti remind me of what spiritual prosperity is. When I focus on my life, I lose my perspective. I neglect to recognize the connection to the rest of life, to the oneness of all things. When I truly know and feel connection to Source, I begin to nurture understanding and compassion for all others and for myself. I experience life beyond a single human lifetime and begin to know the universe in grand terms, and I have found that one thing. And so it is.
So it is.
So it is.